Sitting in a meeting room, boardroom, and trying to have a brainstorm with your colleagues on what to do to serve your customers better? Stop right there. Welcome to Thank God It's a Story Saturday, a weekly video series where I share stories with you that you can use to make your messages connect. Today's story, of course, is from A Beautiful Constraint, and we are doing a series of stories from Beautiful Constraint. But the story is about the detergent Surf and the game of snakes and ladders. Oh, this way. What's common between them? Let's find out. When the authors of this book, A Beautiful Constraint, were asked to work on the brand Surf, which is a portfolio of a product in Unilever, they were told that Surf is an important product for us. It is right below our top performing brand Omo, but we need to breathe new life into how it is positioned. Now, normally, if you look at a detergent, the things that you sort of look into to breathe new life is, one, can we have better cleaning ingredients in it and tell a story about that? Or two, can we actually do something to the structural design? Or three, can we have a better communications budget to create more marketing? None of that was possible with Surf because Surf was designed for that low budget, lady who wanted to save that extra couple of rupees or dollars or wherever she was. So it was not possible to do that. So the authors of this book asked the consumer insights director, okay, fine, take us through the Surf's positioning right now. And the consumer insights director went, my savvy shopper presentation, which is what the positioning of Surf was, everybody's heard like 100 times, there is no avenue to do anything better. Then the authors of this book said, this is the most interesting part, that why don't you take us through a day in your consumer's life, which is typically a female, but not just a day in her life, a day in her life using the game of snakes and ladders. What does that mean? So every time there is an avenue to boost her productivity through the day, then it's a ladder. And every time there is something not nice happening with her through the day, it's a snake. They went through the presentation that way, which injected new life into the entire, the process of presenting. But the biggest insight happened when they came to the last part of her day. The last part of her day, that snake, which is this one that brings you right down. If you've played snakes and ladders, you're almost there. And then the snake bites you and you're like, right down. At the end of her day, this female buyer is somewhere in a badly lit room, either in a basement or somewhere at the back of the house, folding socks alone, whilst her husband is either watching TV or snoring. It is so joyless and lonely. Now, could Surf do something to change that and use that as a positioning? The new positioning was not savvy shopper. The new positioning was delight. Why is the laundry process such a lonely and joyless process? What did they do with that insight? I'll tell you in the next story. But for now, if you are trying to figure out what to do to serve your customers better, then please go through a day in their life and along with the game of snakes and ladders. Stay story, and I'll see you here next Saturday with another story.